Me.
Hello, Lamely! Welcome back after our hiatus. If you are listening, week on week. If you're just joining us a year from this came out, because you've seen some wacky thing on the internet and gone, I want to listen to that show. Yeah. Welcome since last week. But we have been on a bit of a break because it's, Christmas, it's summer.
We were in Aspen.
We were in Aspen, emotionally.
Mariah.
This is me. I am a memoir, the meaning of Mariah Carey, where we read Mariah Carey's memoir. I was going to call it an autobiography, but it's a memoir.
Yeah, it's fancier.
And we go through it chapter by chapter. We are up to, I don't know what chapter it is in the book, but it's our chapter 30.
Yeah, I've got it at 38.
Yeah, there you go, 38 in the book. It's our chapter 30, which means we've done 30 main episodes of this show and probably 100 other extra ones.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm Fab. This is HRH, Posh. Her royal hatefulness.
That's not true. I'm not that royal.
The prolo piece of shit that she is. We are going to be delving into the chapter a little bit about A Few Good Men in this episode, but because it has been weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, I figure we're probably going to have about 2.5 hours of meaning moments.
So we actually have a new subsection within.
Oh my God, we already had one subsection. We had headlines, main stories, and now what's our other
Well, because we did have festive headlines.
Oh, festive headlines.
Now we're post-Christmas, but there were still festive things happening. So we've got hangover headlines.
Headlines.
The Christmas hangover. So I'm just going to blurt them out.
So these are like resolution headlines. This is like New Year's resolution headlines.
Yes, exactly. All right. So it's just things that happened since we last recorded. So Mariah went to Aspen. She drank Black Irish.
Of course she did.
Of course she did. All I Want for Christmas is You went to number 1 for the 9 millionth time.
I know, it was so good.
So good.
Felt so good.
We got a Shania and Mariah Christmas intermingling on Twitter, which is lovely. A little cute
Especially
family.
with our Special Divas episode that we had.
I know. I was like, well, at least they talk.
They're still mates. Well, Shania didn't come for
That's true. And their names rhyme.
the Queen. Yeah.
So
Shania, Mariah, Shania. That would have had about that's how they got introduced backstage. It's like Gloria Estefan is like, oh, Mariah, do you know Shania, do you know Mariah, Shania, Mariah.
That's what I should call that should be my next name is Shania, Mariah, Shania. Okay, I would say it.
Shania, Mariah, Shania. I wonder if that's someone's kid's name. Shania, Mariah, get down from there. Shania, Mariah, get down from there.
It's probably the only reason I would have kids. Is to call, one of them
Shania,
Mariah, and the other Mariah, Shania.
These are my children, Mariah, Shania, and Shania, Mariah.
Oh my God. We also had a cute family video in the snow where Tanaka almost kissed Mariah, but she turned her head. Not on the telly.
Very skilled. Not on camera.
No. And we already.
I'm not Pamela Anderson, and you are certainly not Tommy Lee.
No. And we already have plans for next Christmas with Mariah announcing her kids' book, The Christmas Princess, written with our friend Michael Angeles Davis.
Oh, Michael Angeles Davis.
I know, which will be available.
Congratulations.
Right?
A new Christmas book.
Which means that we're going to have to do an entire podcast on it, page by page.
Well, of course. Page by page. Well, if it's a kid's book, we can go page by page.
So that'll be available later this year.
Well, thank you, Mariah and Lady Davis, for keeping us in your thoughts and creating new content for us. Because we're getting to the end of this book.
Yeah, we're going to need more books, guys. This has got to go forever. People have asked.
When's volume 2?
Oh, my God. There's actually one thing that I want in volume 2 that will happen in this chapter. Now we've got regular headlines. Not regular headlines, obviously, but just
not
headlines.
Regular.
Not
regular.
No, not in this podcast. Not yet, anyway. So somehow Mariah appeared alongside Meryl Streep in Don't Look Up, which I've not seen. Have you seen this?
I have seen it.
She's in a photograph that is definitely real.
It is definitely real.
And so I'm
it.
thinking...
It's a very brief moment.
But is it still Oscar worthy? I think it would be.
Well, it's hard because Ariana Grande actually is in the movie.
Oh.
And performs and sings a song.
Okay.
So I think Ariana's people would have something to say about Mariah being nominated for a film where she plays a photograph.
But so
where
well.
Ariana actually bothered to turn up and sing a song.
Yeah, but she did it so well. Like, I believed that she was a photograph.
Yeah.
You know?
I believe, well, because Meryl is the president
Right.
in Don't Look Up. She's
kind of the movie, you mean? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Meryl is like a kind of a Trump-esque, very popular, president. Like she's, she smokes and everyone loves it, and she's, an asshole. But yeah, she's hilarious. But yeah, so obviously Mariah met the president.
Wow. Well, the president met Mariah is probably
the
formal way of saying it. And we also have a little Patricia moment.
Mariah.
This is my daughters, Mariah, Shania, Mariah. Oh my God. I was worried that we'd have nothing to say. Here we are.
We haven't spoken
We've had
weeks.
children and it's happening. But yes, Patricia has gone viral. She's had a viral moment. Did
she catch COVID? Oh, not that viral.
No, not that viral. No, with somebody tweeting, why does Mariah Carey's mum look like old Taylor Swift?
Oh.
And then they've done like a face tune. And she really does. Like, Patricia with the face tune looks like...
Speaking of Taylor Swift, I had cause to delve into...
I thought this was cause chat. Hang on.
No, not cause chat. This is Swifty chat. I had cause to delve into some Taylor Swift music.
I can't imagine why.
For work. But I enjoyed, I have to say. And I know, I enjoyed every single moment of the song all too well. Every single of the 10 minutes in the extended version.
I've not heard.
And I was like, oh man, Posh would hate this. She would be bored after the third minute, and I am aching for every last mention of that fucking scarf that Jake Gyllenhaal stole of it.
Yeah, that's true. I might have to add her to my little pop discography journey.
You really should. Red Taylor's version has 412 songs on it, and they're all bangers.
So I'm tired already.
And one of them is 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But it's I was like, am I going to get bored of it? And it just changes up, and you're like,
okay, well, that might
I'm still
help.
enjoying this song.
Okay. I mean, look, I'm willing to give everything a chance.
Yeah.
There are times that we've had long songs, and I said, you know what? I'm okay with it. Not really.
Yeah.
But I'll pretend.
I feel like it's Chinese water torture for you. I'm going to make you listen to all too well.
So we do have...
Anyway, that was Swift Chat.
Yeah. We do have our lead story.
A lead story.
I can't believe that this happened in between this time because it's so iconic. We should have done an episode on it, on its own, which is Mariah has done a little video with Vogue breaking down 17 iconic looks.
Oh, I love this video.
Oh my God. With 150 iconic reactions.
Yes.
So we have stolen Chanel, Mariah pressing charges. There's tea drinking, dramatic slits. I can't tell anyone how to wear their slit, Mariah says. A Mariah reminder that Mariah was the only diva that got to sing with Aretha, even though Mariah does not consider herself a diva. No. Which we established. And when I posted this...
Only in the classical sense of the word diva.
Even then, she doesn't really, because she's not an opera singer. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But
her mum's an opera singer.
That's it.
A regular opera singer.
Old Taylor Swift. So that's it's like old Tuggy and old Swifty. They're together again.
Old Swifty. Oh my God, I forgot about old Tuggy.
Oh, I could forget. But when I posted the tea slamming diva moment on our Instagram, it got almost 14,000 views.
Oh, that's how I found it, because you posted it on our account, and I'm like, that is epic.
Epic.
Tea down.
The actual clip went longer, and she kind of made more jokes. I was like, no, it's going to end there. That is the money shot right there. Thanks, Mariah. We also found out, I did not know this, that the Rainbow album cover isn't post-production moment. It's the colors were literally painted on her and the wall.
Wow.
In that moment, front and back. So I was like, "This is genius," because I always sort of thought there's some strange lines on the back of the white, and it's the wall. I just thought it was a photo shoot background with some weird pixelation going on.
Lives for art. Like
she is art.
Before someone decided that they were an artist and they were going to name their albums pop art or art pop, Mariah was doing that. She was a living painting.
She is. There's a song in an album coming up soon that she mentions an actual painter, artist, something. No, photographer. That's right. I'm like, where am I? Which I'll touch on when we get there.
Will we get there?
I don't know.
I think we're going to have to make our way there without Mariah's help.
Yeah. So we also
we're running dry on Origin.
Right. Yeah. Apparently, we also hate the glitter cover, but we love the Lamley. We hate daylight and sun damage. I don't have time for this daytime shit.
No.
And we end with poor Ginger the puppy being attacked by Jack and needing an eye patch, which I missed out on the original viewing. So seeing that today, as I was writing my notes, I was like, "This was hectic."
The whole thing is berserk. I love it.
Absolutely berserk. But that does bring us to the end of Mimi Moments.
All right. Well, that means it's time for a recap.
This is going to be doozy.
It's in our last chapter, Divas. Mariah explained how she's a fan of Aretha in the same way that we are a fan of Mariah. Yes. And then Celine came for Aretha at Divas Live, and Mariah buried her in shade.
In the forest of.
Then she narrowly avoided a hideous green fashion disaster, and then narrowly avoided another fashion disaster, which was rescued by a police escort.
Yes.
But she couldn't save Whitney.
No.
It was very tragic. It was a very tragic ending to that whole Divas.
It was very sudden. But
it was because it was fun, it was frivolous, it was lighthearted, It had Donatella Versace designing dresses for her that she lent to Diana Ross, and then Whitney.
I know.
With us.
Just smacked us in the face with that one.
But yeah, man, that bucket of shade that got thrown over Celine, I ache for it. So
I've gotten to listen now.
Oh, so how did you feel about the listening experience? It is just like you can hear the eye rolling.
I know. And it's also funny.
And the Aretha impressions. How spectacular.
Yes. And it's also funny how, when you're reading it, you add emphasis on things that sometimes you nail. And then other times it's like, oh no, she went a different route with that. But I like that I made it more dramatic. Things that probably aren't meant to be shady. And I'm like, ooh. But no, it was a good one.
All right, it's time for the gist in what is probably going to be a 400-hour episode. So this chapter is the one where Mariah has some names to drop that she couldn't shoehorn into other chapters.
Tarp is down, guys.
It's not just a tarp. It is a glittery tarp. It is a sheer, shimmering tarp that needs to be laid down for all this name droppage.
That's true.
That's it. That's all that happens in this chapter. She drops some names.
I mean, that's it. And so, I'll just look at them now, I guess. All right. So are we ready to break it on down?
I am. I think I'm prepared for the poshnopsis, as breaking me on down has become over time. Which sometimes the poshnopsis is longer than the actual thing.
Absolutely. Like, why say something in 2 or 3 sentences when you can say it in a novel? I don't understand. Like, why wouldn't you? So we're still in part 4, Emancipation. And we have a little bit about a few good men. I kept forgetting the name of the chapter.
A little bit about a few good men. I know.
All right. Carl. That's Karl Lagerfeld to you.
Oh. Carl. To me, he's just Carl.
He's just Carl. So Carl was always nice to Mariah. Not like some of those other fancy fashion houses. Mm-hmm. They did some photo shoots together, including America Magazine and V Belong Together for V Magazine.
Yes.
One time he made a very special couture dress for Mariah, who invented a new hairstyle just for the occasion.
Well, she's got 500 hours. Like, she can
Absolutely. She's like, I'm going middle part. I know no one's ever heard of this.
Yep.
Middle part. I just made it up.
She's qualified to create middle part.
So, but the dress material was showing off some of Mariah's goodies. The curves, darling.
The curves, darling.
And this was back before people were allowed to have curves. Like, no one had butts. They had not been invented yet, which did leave me to wonder whether one of the main issues with a certain other female entertainer was just simply that she was allowed to have a butt. It's like, I was never allowed to have a butt. And now
everyone's got a butt.
That man is allowing this.
Yes, that man is. Although, you know, there is an implication that maybe she didn't always have a butt in that chapter.
Well, I could bet I wasn't far away from when I didn't have a butt either. Remember, like that was 500 grams ago. Math. Yeah. But thankfully, Mariah's hairdresser photoshopped Marilyn Monroe into one of the images of that night, so now everything is fine.
Everything's fine.
That's literally all I have.
Well, I'm like, it was just a reminder that she idolizes Marilyn. Marilyn is curvy, therefore,
this is fine.
QED. Everything's good.
So that's Carl. Any feelings on the Carl of it all?
I'm just really. I want to know who's got a faux butt.
Yeah,
like faux or authentic. I'm like.
That's our next podcast.
Faux or authentic?
Faux or authentic.
Butts.
Pro faux or no faux?
No faux.
Oh my God.
Faux low.
Oh my God. All right, so are we ready for Mandela?
Pro ho faux low.
Shania Mariah. Are we ready?
Shania Mariah. This is Mariah. Shania. This is my other children. Proho and Folo.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm booking their therapist as we speak. Are we ready for our next good man?
Yeah, I'm just bring all the good men around. Just bring them all now. Right. I'm not waiting for dessert. I just want it all now.
All right, give it all 12 inches.
Yeah.
All right. Mandela. That's Nelson Mandela to you. You might sense a theme.
Stop. I know.
Okay, so Oprah invited Mariah to the opening of her girls' school in South Africa. Mm-hmm. Only a few really great people like Tina Turner, Sidney Poitier were invited. Yeah. And even fewer people were allowed to actually meet Nelson Mandela. Sorry, Mary Kay Blige, you got to sit this one out, said Mariah. I just really like the idea of her calling her Mary Kay Blige. I don't know why. Because she knows her, but it's like 1% that she doesn't. So Mariah...
1% that she doesn't. She was in her video.
I know, but does Mariah really ever know anyone? Is the question.
Knows everybody until she doesn't.
She loves everybody, but is often like, we love everybody, but don't fill in the blank.
Know.
No, I don't know. So Mariah was invited into a small, elegant room where Mr. Mandela was chilling in one of his signature pattern shirts, looking like a king.
Yeah.
Mariah,
he was the president, but king, sure.
Whatever, it's fine. Mariah leant down to hug him and got a little smile, and in that moment, the lights dimmed and Nelson and Mariah sang a quick verse and a chorus from his all-time favourite song, Always Be My Baby.
Oh.
Do-do-do. Oh, can you imagine? World peace.
I don't know where he would get a chance to sing. I thought maybe if they did Endless Love, he might get
She's like, no, you sit down. I will sing to you.
Can you hum along? Maybe don't hum. You're out of tune.
No, you can clap at the end. And I'll tell you when the end is. It's not soon.
You hop on a swing and I'll push you.
I put my tire swing. It goes everywhere with me. It's very small, like me, because I don't have a butt. All right. Ali. That's Muhammad Ali to you, peasant. Oh my God. So, Ali was turning 60, and there was a televised special to celebrate in 2002, just after Jada Pinkett's husband had betrayed him in the talkies. And Mariah was... And Mariah was asked to sing Happy Birthday. Inspired by Marilyn, Mariah went full buzz, unleashing the girls on an unsuspecting crowd, singing breathy and soft, thinking everyone was in on the reference.
Everyone's in on this reference.
She
all know
even...
You know Marilyn?
You know,
sang
like
for
the breathy.
JFK.
She even threw in some winks and a death drop to really sell it. But
Death drop.
can you imagine? Boom.
Happy birthday.
Good douche. You wouldn't hear much noise. She's so light.
I've done my hamstring. Can I get some?
All the men would have to come out and lift her. But Mariah hadn't taken into consideration that Mr. Ali and his family were all Muslim and they were unprepared for such a voluminous display of décolletage.
Oh, so much décolletage.
So much. So the camera panned to a very excited Mr. Ali who essentially leapt into Mariah's arms.
Yes.
At the end of the song, Mariah and Will, two in the Pinkett Smith, aided Mr. Ali. I was going to get married. Yeah, how could you?
I saw her in a movie during our hiatus, and I was horrified that I enjoyed her performance.
Oh, what was it?
She was in the
Scream
Matrix.
2? Oh.
Yeah.
Is
Is she in Scream 5 Cream as well?
No, sadly. Yeah, anyway, I have thoughts on that. So they aided Mr. Ali onto the stage, and as the festivities began, he whispered into Mariah's ear, "You're dangerous," and they had a little chuckle. Dangerous. Mariah was pleased that at this point in which he was barely speaking, that he used his precious breath to have a little cheeky festive moment with her, and I'm pleased that it gave us the name of this episode, Me, I Am Dangerous.
Me, I am dangerous.
As soon as I heard it.
Not me, I am voluminous décolletage.
That's like the uncut episode that will come out later.
They're all uncut.
Me, I am. In Australia, mostly, yes.
I can't. But I just going to say, I can't be bothered editing these things.
No. Can I just say it's clear that I'm still real thirsty. No fun was had over summer.
Oh, no.
It was all
It'll
the Omicron.
heal.
The Omicron. All right. Stevie. That's Stevie motherfucking Wonder to you. So we find out that Stevie likes Christmas lights, which is the main reason that Mariah knows who he is. Yes. If you like Christmas, Mariah likes you. Like, them's the rules.
Yeah.
We get
even a vague passing interest in Christmas.
So, I know you. So we get a subtle mention of the fact that Stevie was in town to present Mariah with the Artist of the Decade honor at the Billboard Music Awards. And now that Mariah likes diamonds, she considers Stevie her diamond standard because he goes deep. So they have had a chance to work together on a number of occasions. Stevie even asked for Mariah's opinion on some songs that he was working on.
Ooh.
Yes, and one time Mariah saw Stevie wearing army pants and flip-flops, so she bought army pants and flip-flops.
Oh, that's amazing. Instead of him looking like an idiot, she decided she would turn it into fashion.
Yeah, it's a fashion moment, darling.
And make everyone go, oh, wow, Stevie Wonder. He's so up with it.
So ahead of, he was in the V Magazine article as well.
Yeah.
So Stevie told Mariah that he loves her through the art of harmonica as he was playing on her song Make It Look Good from Me I Am Mariah, the Elusive Chanteuse.
Oh, do we have to do that album next?
Well, we skipped
an
album or two. So I'm like, I think at this stage we might just save the albums to the end.
Yeah, probably.
Otherwise it's real confusing.
Yeah.
Then we quickly circle back around to Mariah's award. Something Stevie. Did I mention Mariah's award?
Yeah, you did, but you didn't give it
Should I mention it? Okay, so Billboard Artist of the Decade Award, introduced by Stevie Wonder at the Billboard Awards for being the Artist of the Decade Mariah Carey, Artist of the Decade Billboard Shania Mariah.
Shania Mariah.
Okay. It's like Amen. Shania Mariah. And the Holy Ghost. Shania Mariah and the Folo.
The unholy ghost.
Okay.
Pro Holy Ghost.
Now we're getting into the juice.
Oh.
We've got Prince. That's Prince to you. That's his name.
Nelson Rogers.
Prince Nelson Mandela.
Or is it Rogers Nelson? It's Nelson Rogers. Prince Nelson.
Mr. Rogers.
But his first name is Prince.
Yeah, and that's why I thought it was funny to just use his actual name. Yeah. So Prince gave Mariah a Bible, and not just any Bible, the Bible.
The Bible.
The original one that Jesus wrote.
The purple.
The purple Bible.
Yeah.
Prince was a Mariah defender. Around the time of Butterfly, some music execs who Mariah literally doesn't know were questioning her musical direction. Prince said, I think that's just her shit. That's what she really likes. Bananas. That's her shit. And it's bananas. Yeah. So when they first met, Prince told Mariah that he really liked Honey. And she was so excited that he knew her song.
You like honey?
Right. That she missed him listing his other favourite condiments.
Butter on bread.
Yeah. He got a little mad at her and left. But then they got back together. But I'm literally imagining that. I can imagine Prince would be someone who would just the first thing out of his mouth would be, I like honey. And just nothing else.
I like honey.
Yeah, I like honey. And Vegemite. And like just
jam.
And because he's confused you with the person taking his breakfast order.
No one could ever confuse Mariah for anyone taking any kind of order.
That's true. But it was Prince. I feel like he'd probably have like staff dress up as other icons because he couldn't handle being around regular people.
I need someone to dress as Mariah and serve me breakfast.
Yes, please.
I want honey.
And he just starts singing, oh, honey, come here, etc. So eventually he did forgive Mariah for not knowing her condiments and invited her to Paisley Park, which from the outside looked like a car dealership. It even had the big flappy men dressed in iconic Prince looks. But when she got inside...
They were the new power generation.
Yeah. The solar power generation.
Yeah.
But when she got inside, she saw the motorcycle from Purple Rain and knew this was a whole other world. Because, she was like, who parks a motorcycle inside? It's insane. Everyone's
People who aren't going to drive them ever again. Yeah. Decorative motorcycles.
She's like, this
I
is
keep
like
thinking,
me and my
was
piano.
there a motorcycle in... What's-his-face's apartment in Glitter, I feel?
Probably. That's probably come from there. Do you reckon now, like, she's probably trying to find that bike so she can put it next to the piano?
Maybe.
I reckon she'd be hunting that shit down.
Yeah.
So Mariah had brought an outline of a song that she'd been working on, and Prince was giving her the old Prince test because he was a real writer and composer.
Yes. Producer and
right?
musician. He played all the instruments.
All of it, yeah, and real at it. So Mariah was already thinking of a song for Silk, her girl band in Glitter, that was loosely based on Vanity 6 and very based on regular people with big butts who can't sing. But maybe they don't have big butts. I don't know. Could be faux.
No.
She'd wanted to use Nasty Girl as a sample, but Prince was like, yeah, nah. He did instruct her to finish the song when she sort of explained what she wanted, but that also work on a new one together. For some reason, Mariah never finished the song and they never got to work together. Screeching the dreadful ones with old thong 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 sis song Cisco was as close as she would get.
The beautiful ones.
Now, it was so hard to even write it. When the glitter debacle was in full swing, Prince did reach out and supported Mariah. The conversations were deeply private and Mariah wants to keep the details to herself. Rude. But all right, fuck.
We all want to know what
we want it. Like, we are here for this tea, honey. But to Mariah, he was like the big brother she never had. Aww. I repeat, the big brother she never had. Never had a big brother. Didn't have one. Never had one.
Never had one.
Don't know. Now, Mariah still listens to Prince almost daily, and dem kids can identify his G-rated songs.
Does he have G-rated songs?
I don't know. We do get one more mention of Prince loving him some Jesus, and we are out. That is all the good men Mariah knows.
Oh, that was quite a posh synopsis.
It was. It was.
That is actually longer than the chapter.
Absolutely. I've got a brand to, keep up. Mariah made it.
After that exhaustion of meeting all those men, I am spent.
I mean, what's more than a triple DP? That was like 5 or 6.
Oh yeah, that was like that was a queue. Couldn't fit them all in at once. So we're going to have to see how we go with our meatiness.
Yes.
Do we have any meat left after that?
I don't know. Straight to the bone, I think, Mariah, on this one. So our last chapter, Divas, we did put it to the Lamley for a little, a little vote. And so I had given that in Divity.
In Divity, yes.
You had given it in Finishade.
Oh, because the shade was so delicious.
It buried an entire other superstar. So yeah, it's a big
absolutely.
deal.
Who deserved it for coming after her hero? And like seriously, if someone came for Mariah, I would write a book just to dedicate an entire chapter to burying that person in shade.
Ooh. I think we might need... You are a writer, after all. We might need this book. So the Lamley did give it an infinity.
Yay!
And I'm just going to point out that my yoga ball keeps sliding against the wall, so I'm not farting.
My chair keeps creaking.
It just happens like real like... So, yes, for this chapter, A Few Good Men, a little bit about them. What is your Mariah Meatiness score?
So it was an 8 because it was kind of, just a handful of name-dropping moments. But then we got Booty Shade, which really did push me up to 9. Okay. And then there was a mention of the beautiful ones.
So now it's at 33.
It's now Bootyfinity.
Oh, my God.
Or Booty Shadefinity.
I have to write that down now. Booty Shade Finity Folo.
Folo Mariah Shania.
Okay, so for me, I went for your original thought. So I went for an 8 because there were some fun moments, but it wasn't as overly juicy as with the Divas. Like I wanted stories of like Peter or Andre coming for Prince,
Yes.
like some rando 90s dude like trying to outthrust him or something. That's what I wanted. Didn't quite get it. But I mean, still, it's an 8 out of 4, so it's still very good.
I love that even in a chapter that's mainly name dropping, she still managed to drop more names. Like,
yeah,
we got some Oprah, we got some
Diane
Tina
Carroll.
Turner, we got Diane Carroll. Like, it's just like they were flying out the door.
And I mean,
I felt like it was a stock take sale for name dropping.
And a couple more awards for Rainbow. Just
throwing
that in there, a bit of a decade moment. But that does bring us to the remix. For me, I think the clear one is Finish the Damn Song, Mariah.
Oh, yes.
And this is not the first time that I've heard, Prince was pretty generous with working with people once they were in the Paisley.
Yeah.
And so, I'm surprised that there's so many, legendary artists out there who just kind of didn't go the whole way with Prince.
Yeah, but then, the stuff he and Madonna did together kind of fell by the wayside.
I wasn't fond.
Yeah, but apparently there was another song that didn't work, that neither of them wanted to release, and he just contributed some guitar to, like a prayer. But yeah, I think it's that thing of Prince is Prince, and he's amazing, and look. Even though we have buried her in shade and don't want to talk about it, there is a really good Prince song that Celine Dion sings on one of her albums.
Oh, what song is it?
It's called With This Tear.
Okay.
And it's very sad.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Like nothing compares to you sad. Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a, do you know the singer Robin?
Yes, I love Robin.
Yeah.
With a Y.
Yes. She has a song on one of her albums that's a cover of a Prince song called Jack You Off.
Oh. He writes so many wonderfully clean songs for the whole family.
Absolutely.
They're all G-rated. I don't know how. Them babies must have heard all of them.
Yeah, probably. In the Moroccan room when Mariah's had a bit of purple.
Yeah.
But I did have one other small remix, which is, can somebody please tell Stevie Wonder the colour of the bloody Christmas lights?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Because he's still wandering around there going, anyone?
Just tell me that...
Is it green and red? Is it traditional? Is it more of a gold moment? I know someone.
I just need to just describe it to me.
So what is your remix?
My remix is a structural remix. It's a book remix. I would have found places for these stories in the rest of the book instead of going, yeah, but I want this in there and I want that in there and I want that in there. Like, you know, Prince could have easily fit into the 412 glitter chapters or one of the rainbow chapters, like, you know, or even in the butterfly chapter. Like, he could have turned up anywhere. Muhammad Ali could have turned up as a flash forward when she first meets Will Smith. It could be like, you know, little did I know in a million years' time. Or even in the Marilyn chapter, you know, when she's gone full white piano. She could have said, I even had my own Marilyn moment where my buzzies came out and I freaked out a whole bunch of Muslims. Which reminds me of the time I flashed my ass out of a car window when we were on the way back from a winery with radio. And someone said, Adam, put your ass away. It's a busload of Muslim women. I went, it is not. And then I turned around. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, ladies.
Oh, my God.
Like it was, yeah.
And they're like, that's why we cover up.
Yeah. Didn't want to see that.
Hang on, wait. What is it that Mariah said? Hang on, wait. 1 second. No, I can't tell anybody how to wear their slit. Sorry, just a quick callback.
So that's my one remix, is like mix it back into the book where it belongs. Instead of just having
this is like Arrested Development remix. You're like...
Or the other alternative, like pump it up. More names.
Yeah.
Like you've got Sidney Poitier there. He can have a whole section.
Yeah.
Like where's Denzel Washington? I'm sure that was Denzel Washington who told her she was a good actor. Like have a whole section with Denzel.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, you know, she's in the Zohan. Let's have a whole Adam Sandler section. Like give me more names.
All right.
Unless they weren't good men.
Absolutely.
So that's my
There's
remix.
only a few of them, as she said.
And then there's only a little bit about a few of them.
Yeah.
Can't take that away. Oh, Mariah's lesson.
All right. That brings us to our lesson. Can't take that away. What did you learn from Mariah this chapter?
I learned that Mariah's booty predated regular butt. Even though regular is much older by about 7 decades.
Way. Oh, my God.
Way older. Mariah's booty predated it in the public consciousness.
Yeah. She invented it.
She invented booty.
Yeah. She's getting those royalties from the Kardashians, for sure.
Yes. She predates Faux Bo and Pro.
So my lesson is that no matter how big of a star you are, no matter how iconic you become, there is always some motherfucker in the corporate morgue trying to tell you that they know better.
Yes, always.
Do not listen, Mariah says.
No.
Like, you're the artist, baby. You do you. And Prince got that.
Yeah.
And Mariah gets it. No one else.
Yeah. She's just doing... she likes that shit.
Yeah. Bananas.
That's her shit.
All right.
That's my shit.
Did we have any I don't know hers?
Well, I think we don't know any kind of regular ample booty. Faux or authentic.
No. No buts.
I know we don't. We have
No
not
buts
known,
about it, even.
We've not known that. I'm going to call her Voldemort because we did not speak her name.
Wouldn't it be Lodemort?
Lodemort. Regular mort. I also think we don't know Muhammad Ali's wife.
Or his daughters.
Just wife.
I did watch that clip and it was quite interesting and entertaining.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
And we definitely don't know any older brothers that aren't Prince.
No, we don't. Yeah.
Do not.
I think we've
not
established
know.
they're an ex now. So I think when you become an ex, you cease to exist.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Are you ready for some Mariah-isms?
Mariah
Mariah-isms.
Mariah-isms. Mariah-isms.
Oh, it's just we've leveled up for 22. That's some show tunes action. All right. So last chapter, it was a while ago now, but we both had the same Mariah-ism, which was all debacles are not created equal, darling. So,
Amazing.
I mean, would you like to go first? Would you like me to go first? How are we feeling?
I can go first.
You can go first. Okay. I wonder, we might have the same one. I don't know.
Might have the same one. So this was about our aforementioned moment of, that's my shit. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Which Mariah backed up with, namaste, suckers.
Funnily, that was almost
so close.
And
there are so many Mariah-isms in this chapter. Like, it is chock-a-block.
she is fun. So I nearly went there
Faux or authentic.
listening to it, that really stood out. Namaste, suckers.
Namaste,
but reading
suckers.
it, the spelling threw me, and it didn't shine as much. But also, I think the reason that it didn't quite get there is, I don't know if you ever saw the 90210 reboot.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and there was a character who was far too good for that show named Naomi. And she was very much the rich, pretty, popular girl, but she was hilarious, like too funny for my own good. And she discovered at some point, like, some kind of guru cult or something, and she became very spiritual.
Yes.
But she could never quite get rid of her, authentic self.
Yes.
And so at the end of seeing people, she'd be like, yes, I'm very, centered and in touch with myself. Namaste, bitches. And then she'd walk off. And I just never got off. It was just so perfect for that character.
Namaste,
I could never look past it. So because of that, I thought, you know what? I'm going to remix my own Mariah-ism and go for something a little longer, but just something that made me laugh.
You're the one that has to type this into Twitter. You're making a rod for your own back. I gave you 2 words.
That's true, I know. It's probably why you'll win. So mine is a couple of label executives who shall remain nameless because I don't really know them. Because I don't know their names. I'm not being, cheeky. I literally don't know who they are.
I mean, given this is the chapter where she abandoned her her own brother, maybe one of these nameless people who she doesn't
I did
know
actually think that.
is a former husband.
Yeah. How am I supposed to remember his name? He was out there giving butts to people.
I don't know him.
And I wasn't allowed to have one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this may surprise you, but that does mean that we are almost home.
At the end of the podcast, baby. Almost there, almost home. You could probably say, but you won't because of copyright.
We have somehow managed to do this episode in under an hour.
How have we managed?
I don't know. I think there's
amazing.
been a glitch in the Matrix. And,
It was goddamn 2 in the Pinkett.
yeah. So my recording says 40-something minutes, but it's actually 4 hours that we've been talking.
Maybe we've clocked it and it's a full 24 hours and 43 minutes.
Yeah. And this is where we get in trouble because I actually haven't looked at what Next Mariah Monday is. I think it's Dem Babies, isn't it?
It is Dem Babies.
So originally I was going to do this as a double, 2 chapters because the Snow Globe of Glory hole, or whatever it is not very long. But I thought, no. Dem Babies is quite hefty. Let's give it that. And then we can do Snow Globe and maybe the Epiluge together. At the end. It's the opposite of a prelude.
Prelude. Epilude. Epilude sounds like something used to get rid of hair.
It does.
I've been using my Epilude all afternoon and I'm bald as a baby's bottom.
A faux baby's bottom.
Faux baby's bottom. I want to know what she means by faux or authentic. Like, who's got a faux bow?
Oh, there'd be people.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, some people have a faux everything, but...
Do you think she's implying that?
No, I think it's probably more recent. I think she's talking more recent examples of maybe... how do I say this respectfully? White women
Or white women who like to...
who suddenly have large bums and didn't
Yes.
in the 90s and 2000s.
I see.
Yes.
Yes. Faux or authentic. It was quite some spectacular shade.
Oh my goodness.
And also, I love that she invented big butts. And she
She
cannot lie.
lie.
Oh my God, that was...
there.
I'm completely obsessed with the TV series The Gilded Age.
Oh yeah. Does that actually have Cynthia Nixon in it?
It actually
It
has
does,
Cynthia
because I
Nixon in it.
retweeted that Che Diaz tweet that was hilarious of Che being in that show, but I wasn't sure if it was all fake, like a Marilyn
No.
Mariah moment.
She's actually in it. Like everyone's in it. Like everyone and their cousin is in it. But that's one of my favorite tweets I've ever written. Is like, I'm watching it again because I like big bustle and I cannot lie. So much bustle in that
my
show.
God,
Like
really?
everyone's
I'll
got a
have to look at
bustle.
it.
It's amazing.
God.
Well, we're gonna have to bustle on out of here. All right. So next Mariah Monday, Dem Babies,
Hey, babies.
which I'm very excited about because
We'll meet them.
We have, we've had glimpses into their lives, but we're going to get the whole. And given that we are here at the impending birth of another 2, 3, maybe 4 of Nick Cannon's children, they were his first kids, weren't they? And since
Yes.
then, he's turned into some sort of baby batter dispensary for Hollywood.
God.
Like someone's gone, he's fertile, get him over here.
Yeah. He's the donor.
There's another
one
2
coming.
on the way.
Oh, is there 2 on the way now?
I think there's twins on the way.
Oh, far out.
I know.
Mariah would be pissed. She's like, I got him when he was, because he had no kids.
She's like, who's looking after my kids when he's got 800 others to look like?
Yeah.
Now my lovely children have 412 skanky half brothers and sisters.
God.
You know how she feels about her brothers and sisters.
Right. So I do need to say, this may actually be in the chapter. I don't know. But there was an interview at the time. I think Mariah was maybe pregnant or had just had the twins. And they found the whole, acupuncture path because of one, Celine Dion.
Oh.
So Mariah actually kind of credited an article in People that Celine had, an interview she'd given with discovering acupuncture, and then boom, pregnant.
Wow.
So maybe all's forgiven except until now when she wrote about the chapter.
The shade.
She's like, oh shit, I forgot that she helped me have my babies.
Well, she just read it in People. It's not like Celine rang her up and gave her an advice.
No.
It was a magazine article.
I mean, Shania would have.
Shania would have rung her. She's nice.
Imagine if these twins are called Shania, Mariah, Shania.
Shania, Mariah. Oh my God, these are my children. my twins, Shania, Mariah, Shania.
They can
This is
join.
their older sister, Faux Bo. And their brother, Proho.
and the Canadian one we put in the bin.
The Canadian one, Shady Bitch. We'll come for you at night time. All right. Dem Babies, our next chapter, next Mariah Monday. All right, darling. Love you. Love spending time back in the Mariah verse. Big air kisses.
Good. Bye. Bye.